Brian from Texas. What's up your mother's ass?
Yeah, in regards to what you were saying about the pimple on your penis earlier, I was wondering if you use like a special celebrity cream or is it
Don't make a fake voice. Don't make a fake voice. You're not on Saturday Night Live. You're not a professional fucking person with a fake voice. Okay, Michael from Oklahoma. Jeez, Oklahoma heavy tonight. What's up?
I love you. Love the show, man.
Thanks, motherfucker.
You're doing awesome, man. Just love you.
Thanks,
But
you
no,
fucking motherfucker, you.
Hey, seriously though, man.
Yeah.
A couple months ago, you were on O&A talking about how your life changes when you get married, but how it really changes when you have kids. You're no longer husband and wife. You just kind of coexist because the kids take up all your time.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wife, we've been married about 9 years, and we were really having some problems, and I made her listen to the replay on that shit, and I'll tell you what, you hit home with that. You don't know how true that was, man.
Well, how's it going with you guys now?
We're in the process of getting divorced.
Oh, jeez, really? How many years were you together for?
We've been together, we've been married, almost 8 years. We've been together, we've known each other about 12.
Wow, man.
And stuff. It just didn't work.
How many kids do you have?
One.
How old?
9.
Yeah, see, it just happens. 12 years is a long time to spend with anybody. How the fuck, what kind of fucking magic is going to make a fucking relationship work beyond that? It's like impossible.
But the thing was, we had grown. My life had gone one direction, hers had gone another.
Yeah.
And the only thing that was keeping, there was nothing there, man. When we had the kid, we used to go off and do all sorts of things. We're both older. I'm up in my 50s. My wife's in her late 40s. We were able to go and do. We had a late kid. It changed everything.
Sure.
The whole dramatic, the whole thing of the relationship, kids do that. They kill you, man. You got to know what you're getting into before.
So how long did you stay together just for the kid, do you think?
Well, at least for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, so, you tried, and I don't know, man. There's like nothing you can say to anybody about, like, stay together. Dr. Laura and people like that put pressure on people and say you got to stay together. What the fuck? How could you possibly... Every marriage hits that point after kids where you just don't fucking like each other, let alone love. And then what do you do? Thanks, Michael. Good luck, man. I'm going to talk about... Yeah. Here's the thing, though. For guys, just one thing to keep in mind, because a lot of guys come up to me because of the way I talk about my wife and kids on stage, and they say, my wife is a cunt also. And I say, well, listen, man, just look at yourself. Take a good hard look at yourself, because all guys got to do this, just like women do. But I'm talking to guys right now because I'm one. But you kind of have to go, I think there's nothing more disgusting than an American husband. Imagine being married to a fucking smelly, half-fat, not even fat. Like, most guys are, like, just shitty looking. Like, if you're going to marry a fat guy, you want to marry a big, fat motherfucker, like a fucking giant grapefruit of a man. Like, that would just be a fun stunt, to be married to a big ball of shit. And just say, yeah, my husband's Andre the Giant. And other women would be like, dude, that's fucking cool. But most of women are married to just doughy, vaguely fat guys who, and once you're a husband, you don't even try to smell good or look good. Here's what I'm saying. The American husband has declined so much as a person. That's why I think 9/11 happened. The reason I think that Al-Qaeda invaded us is because they got satellite TV, and they saw our TV commercials, and they saw these fucking husbands eating a taco inside of another fucking taco, and the DirecTV guy's hooking it up, and he says, I'm giving you all sports channels, and he says, I love you. And the fucking Arabs are watching this going, I'll invade these fat faggots. Who's afraid of those guys? It was better when the American husband used to be some dude smoking a cigarette with nice hair. God damn it, I'm the worst person to ever be on the radio. Somebody else talk. Frank from Athens, Georgia. What's up, man?
Oh, hey, yeah, you really need to get your act together there with the look. Yeah, my kids are assholes.
They are? How old are your kids?
They're 2 and 4.
They're 2.
4-year-old, all right, but the 2-year-old's an asshole.
Yeah, what kind of asshole-ish things? Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Yeah, what does she do?
She's just spoiled. Her mom's always buying her shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to tell her that, we don't need to be spending money on shit.
Mm-hmm.
Buying her shit. And I think it's because she can't handle, dealing with it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's what a lot of parents do, is they just give their kids shit, and then they complain that their kids want stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Like, people that give their kids video games, and then yell at them, get off the fucking video game. Don't give your kids a fucking video game. Don't let them watch television. Don't give them a million toys, and don't feed them sugar. Like, you ever been on an airplane, and there's a kid on the plane with a fucking video game and a Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
How is he not going to turn into...
Shut the fuck up when he's playing the video game.
Yeah, exactly. But then he needs a video game in order to shut the fuck up.
I need a video game to shut the fuck up on an airplane.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, you're a grown-up. So
but barely.
Yeah, I know. Good luck, Frank.
Thanks.
All right, Alex Jones. Alex Jones from Austin, Texas. What's the thing with you? Talk. Make your face make noise.
Hey, how's it going? Am I on the air?
No, you're not. I'm just pulling you aside for a second. I want to find out what you want to talk about first.
Okay, I'm into conspiracy, and I figured since you didn't have nothing else to do on this show, why not talk about conspiracy?
Okay, so if I put you on the air, what do you want? What are you going to say? What are you going to ask me about?
Aliens in control of the planet.
Aliens are in control of the planet.
Chemtrails, fluoride in the water, all that good stuff.
What about fluoride in the water? What about that?
It basically makes you very passive and kind of stupid. The Nazis figured it out.
The Nazis figured it out?
Yeah.
How to make people passive. I don't know if I can put you on the air. I think it might be a mistake. Because that might upset people. Because fluoride is supposed to be good for your teeth. And if people find out that the Nazis put it in the water, they might get upset.
Well, all I got to do is go buy a filter. Change the toothpaste. You there?
I'm here, Alex.
Okay, cool.
All right, I'm not going to put you on the air, though. You can't be on the radio with that kind of thing. It's just going to upset people, and they're all going to kill themselves.
Well, they won't kill themselves.
Well,
They should.
how do you know? You got to be a little more responsible with your ideas.
Well, it's worth looking into. What if it's true?
You got a good point, man. I'm not going to put you on the air, though, okay? All right, good night, man. Fucking moron. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Okay, what does this guy want? Steve from New York City, what do you want?
Hey, Louie. I'm about 15 blocks away right now. I work in radio. I'm not doing anything tonight, so if you want a co-host or somebody to find some material for you, I'd be happy to do it.
I think that's very generous of you, but I'd rather shit in a hat and wear it for the rest of my life. Thanks, Steve. 3-year-old terror, what do I do? Okay, hey, guy in New York City, you got a kid and she's a terror? He?
Yeah, her name's Alexandra. She drives a wedge between me and my wife. I love her to death. She's a great kid, but she just freaks out constantly and screams until you give in, and I just fight with her constantly.
What makes you, what do you give in? Give me an example of you giving in.
An example, I'll say, don't do that or I'm going to take that away.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll do it, I'll take it, and then my wife will say, don't do that, you're torturing her, and I'll give it back to her like a chump.
Have you ever talked to your wife about this?
Yeah, she's just stubborn. My wife is thicker.
But here's the thing. Just try this. And I don't care if this is boring for listeners because this is important for you to know. Take your wife aside later. Don't fucking, because I know what happens. She says, give it to her, and you turn to your wife and say, what the fuck did you do that for? And she says, well, you're torturing the kid. And the kid goes, nah. And then you just leave the room and go drink a beer and shit in your own mouth for the rest of your life, right?
Well, basically.
So try this, man. Just next time you're sitting with your wife watching fucking Dancing with the Cunts or whatever it is, just turn to her and say, can I talk to you for a second? And she'll go, what? And say, don't say what like that. Just listen. Maybe I have something to say. And turn off the TV. And say,
okay.
Listen, when I try to discipline the kid or try to bring consequences to her for what she does, please don't undercut me. Can you see how that's a drag? And your wife's going to argue with you. But,
yeah, it's happened numerous times.
Yeah, but don't do it in the heat of the moment. You got to do it at a time where you're not fighting, when everything's cool. You got to bring it up out of nowhere when everything's okay and establish a fucking. Here's the thing: being a parent, it's like being at war, and the way that we do it, it's as if we were a platoon in the army that didn't even like kneel down and draw some pictures in the sand with a rock and here you go here and you go there. Like if you're a platoon, you're going to take a building or something full of brown people that you want to kill. You have to draw a picture of the building in the sand. And you say you go here and Johnson you go here and all that kind of thing, right?
Right.
Otherwise, it would just be like, let's just go get the building, and then people are shooting at you, and you're going, you fucking idiot, go over there, and yelling at each other. That's what parents do. So you need to actually set some time aside and decide, when I say stop that or I'll take that away, you've got to fucking back me up. And if she has a better plan, let her come up with it.
Right, no, of course.
And if your kid is declining in behavior instead of getting better, then one of you is fucking wrong. So you got to work that shit out. But never back down. Never. Once you tell your daughter this is going to be the consequence, and explain to your kid too, these are consequences. This is what happens when. Don't just say no, you can't have it because I said so. You got to explain to her. I told you not to do that. You're still doing it. This is the consequences that you lose this thing, you little motherfucker. Okay?
All right, Louie. Thanks for the advice. Hey, love you at the O&A virus.
Thanks, man. Those are great shows. I enjoy those tremendously. Okay, why are you passing out? Jared from Texas. Tell me what's on your mind.
Hey, I was just wondering why you passed on Alex Jones. He sounds a little wacky.
Yeah.
But once you can hear what he has to say, it starts to make a little sense.
Right, but why? So why didn't I put him on the air? Is what you're asking?
Well, I mean, I understand why you didn't put him on the air.
But he was on the air. He was on the air.
But
how do you think you heard him? And look,
well, of course.
Here's the thing. I thought the guy might have some interesting theories, but I thought for my own edification, it was more entertaining to let him think that he's not on the air, even though he was. It was a cheap joke, and I did it, and it's over.
Sorry, I've ruined the bit. God damn it.
You didn't ruin anything, Jared. You're a better man than I am. God bless you.
Right. Louis.
Yeah, what?
Are you ever going to come down into the Austin area with any of your fellow comedian friends?
Yeah, I might come to Austin. We're looking for a theater right now. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. But I'm going to come to Austin probably early next year.
Oh, and if you do come down, yes, I will get you some very, 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 very excellent marijuana.
Okay. I'll take that and I'll cram it right up my ass. Thank you, Jared.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, Jared.
Take it back to New York or what?
No, I would never. I don't smoke pot anymore. I just don't. I can't do it. I get paranoid. I get upset. I'm going to tell a story about that. I'm going to take you off the air, okay? But just listen to this shit.
All right.
I was last time I got high was in Kansas City, and I was working at a comedy club. And a lot of comedy clubs, they close the door after the show, and the staff gets high. So sometimes I'm on the road and I'm bored, and I'll smoke a joint. But I get so fucking high now that I can't handle it. And I was in my car. Just sitting at I remember I was at a McDonald's drive-thru eating my food at the window and listening to the radio. Like, I just remember that moment that I'm eating the burger and listening to the radio, and I look over to my left and the lady's looking at me like, why are you still fucking here? That's how high I was. I'm a very bad person. Gator from North Carolina.
Oh, shit. And you just gave my wife ammunition, you cocksucker.
You see?
You cocksucker. I mean, it's sad enough I go home a week ago and she's watching Oprah, some fucking doctor on there telling her, for every 30 pounds you lose, you find 3 inches.
For every 30 pounds you lose what?
Every 30 pounds you lose, you got to find 3 inches of cock. So I've gained about 200 pounds since we're married. So I'm like, wait a minute. So you
listen, Gator, I can't keep you on the air because your phone sucks. But listen, I'm making fun of husbands who are vaguely fat. I'm saying cross over that line. If you're married and you're getting vaguely fat and just shapeless, fucking push past that to being a big fat man with a round belly who's going to die in any second. That's the thing that's exciting about being married to a big fat man, is that there's this tension in the air that he might fucking blow a shit in his pants and die of a heart attack. How is that not fun?